This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The Water and Sewage Management Union back in court today after failing to resolve their dispute with the Minister of Labor, the Acting Director of Labor, and Registrar of Trade Unions, as per Justice Indra Charles's order. This time, however, the respondents were slapped with $1,000 fine for failing to file an affidavit after being told during the last court appearance to put in all the necessary documents as they were unprepared, as well as to give the two parties time to settle their issue of setting a date for nominations and supervising an election without the union being aware. Moreover, the matter of confusion over two constitutions was also an issue. According to Obi Ferguson QC, who represents the union, he says they cleared up the constitution, but they had other key matters at hand.
The meeting went very well. We agreed, but apparently they're now saying that was not an agreement. An agreement was made for a nomination on the 5th and election on the 15th. But they are now saying to the court that they never agreed to that. The relevant constitution now that governs the union, that is 1997.
Now, Attorney Gary Francis, who represents the ministry, was not a part of that meeting and only received certain documents and brief notes. In court, Justice Charles noted Francis was not ready and should not be representing the ministry as they have not informed him. As a consequence, the respondents had to pay for the cost of the plaintiff. Ferguson, representing the union, set the bill at an amount which the judge agreed on. Also left in the dark was the attorney for Water and Sewerage Corporation, Ferron Bethel, who also had not received a copy of the union's application. The applicants have until next Wednesday to give Mr. Bethel an electronic copy of the documents. The respondent, in the meantime, have until December 30th to pay the fine and the 24th of December to file their affidavit. The case is adjourned to January 17th, 2020. The murder count up by one after a man was fatally shot last night. Police are now left searching for the triggerman behind homicide number 93, according to JCN records. According to police, Superintendent Jcntvnews, the incident occurred shortly after 6 p.m. That's when two men at a residence on Dominica Way off Carmichael Road got into an argument. One of them left the residence, returning a short time later, brandishing a firearm. That male shot the other man before running away. Police say paramedics were called to the scene and attempted to revive the injured man, but were unsuccessful. Police are now appealing to members of the public who may have information that can assist with this investigation to contact the Central Detective Unit at 502-9991 or 2, Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS, that's 328-8477, or your nearest police station. Investigations are ongoing. Well, the justice system may be getting a complete overhaul. Chief Justice Brian Maurice says his main objective is to modernize the justice system of the Bahamas, and the recently implemented program, the Citizen Security and Justice Program, funded by the Inter-American Development Bank, allows this to happen.
And its macro objective is to strengthen the justice administration system in the Bahamas. It includes a number of subcomponents. It includes what's known as an ICMS. That stands for an Integrated Case Management System. I'll come back to that. It includes looking at the whole issue relating to jurors and juries and how we're doing that and making that more efficient. It deals with court reporting, and that's of and by itself a serious issue. It deals with backlog reduction and elimination, which of course is a problem for all court systems, and it is certainly a problem for us.
Appearing as a guest on Love 97's Issues of the Day, the Chief Justice said the court system in the Bahamas has fallen behind, adding that the CSJP will strengthen and reform the administration of the justice system.
Today, it is impossible, Mr. Jones, it's not difficult, it is impossible to run a court system with any level of efficiency without the widespread integration of technology. And this is a problem for the Bahamas because today we have very little technology in our court system. We've fallen way behind. So one of the things we have to introduce as a foundational prerequisite to reform and modernization is to install a technology platform throughout the entire court system in the Bahamas.
During his tenure, Chief Justice Maurice said he intends to seriously address the need for upgrades at the various public registries of the court. Our final story is up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.